Hey folks, what's going on? It's Cameron with Off Kamber TJ, and I thought I'd do my first install for Motobilt. I ordered a license plate relocation bracket because I have made quite a few changes to the Jeep recently within this past year. Now it's only April, and I feel like there's a lot I've done and a lot I'm going to continue doing this year, and I'm actually really excited. This summer, I'm definitely going to hit up some trails, and until then, I'm going to do my best to prepare this thing. Today, I'm going to do that little install. Right now, I'm stripping the paint. It came black powder coated, which there's nothing wrong with. I actually really appreciate that it came powder coated because a lot of companies don't ship them already painted. So I like that they did that. However, I'm going to change it to a more semi-gloss black, and I'm going to put a semi-gloss clear coat over that as well. So that's today's project. Until I start doing the install, I can show you guys the Jeep and what's been going on with it, and kind of explain a little bit what has happened to it recently and where I'm going to go from here. So let's do that. Alright, this is how the Jeep currently looks. It's very different from when I was last on here making videos and everything. The Jeep just looks a lot different. This is mainly because I hydroplaned on the freeway back in December and kind of spun out and crashed this whole thing. So, yeah, fortunately no one else was involved. I just hit a metal guardrail, but you can kind of see the frame is a little bent up in the front there. Maybe the first 5 to 7 inches of the frame are bent to the left there. Also, got this fender up here pretty good, so I ordered a new one. It's actually in the Jeep right now, and I'm gonna do that as well. The thing is that I was originally, I was gonna do the repaint and whatever, and then mid that I kind of changed my mind, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with Genrite aluminum tube fenders, and I was like, okay, so I'm just going to return the stock one. However, I realized that the install process for those tube fenders require a little bit of this stock here. And with it bent like this, it wouldn't be a really good install. And I really want to do everything right on this car, and I want to make it 1,000 times better than it currently is or that it has been. So I'm going to keep that fender, and I'm still going to do the paint job, and I'm still going to do all that, and install it again. And just down the line, do the tube fenders. It's just a little expensive right now, especially because I have a really exciting news, and I'm going to share that a little later. This is what the rear looks like as well. Yeah, I really like the no bumpers. Not necessarily no bumpers because it doesn't provide a lot of support or structure. Not that it's a vital part of the structure of the vehicle, but just a lot of support for if you're in an accident or when you're off-roading and whatnot. So these just, it's just a lot lighter without those Motobilt XRC bumpers. Those things were really heavy and they weighed it down a lot. I'm just realizing they really did. They weighed it down a lot. So I'm really excited to get the new bumpers on, which I'm going to show you guys what those are and kind of explain how I came about those. So the license plate relocation bracket will mount here in these stock holes. I had little plugs covering them up, so I just took those out. I'm going to put new ones in here and paint match those as well. These were the stock tire carrier bump stops, and so I'm going to do a deep clean on those and get that all sorted out. So I'll insert a picture of what it looked like when I got it in. I'm just removing all the paint now. It looks like I could probably start doing most of the scraping off. Got some really awesome Motobilt stickers with this license plate bracket. And here's the hardware that it came with as well. So there's 5 of these bolts, 5 nuts, and obviously the necessary washers. So after that hose down, to prevent water from settling, I'm going to just wipe it all down with some disposable towels. I'm just going to hit it with a coat of this. I also got this nifty little spray can gun nozzle there. I have arthritis, so any little bit helps on my hands, and this is actually pretty good. It helps with my joints while also helping with pressure regulation to ensure that you kind of get a steady coat of paint. While I wait, I can show you guys what I got today. I got my first ever set of Techron hand tools, and this includes a torque wrench. Gotta learn how to do it and everything. Torque wrench. And necessary sockets. Compatible with it, and you know, obviously much larger sizes for several things on the Jeep, like the body mounts and whatnot. So, really excited about those. Got those. I'm selling those. I already have quite a few inquiries on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm pretty excited about that. Guess what I snagged off of Facebook Marketplace? Genrite front and rear bumpers. Man, I just feel super lucky to have gotten these, and at a really good price as well. I have always been a fan of Genrite. I have not had the pleasure of, you know, having any products of theirs on my Jeep yet, but now I have, and I am really excited. This is how the, you know, front bumper came. Obviously it's a little scuffed and whatnot. The rear one came pretty much, you know, exact quality, you know, scuffed up from use, and the paint is the same as well. However, I stripped the paint on here, sanded it down pretty good, and I did the same thing on that as what I'm going to be doing on here, which is the semi-gloss black and semi-gloss clear. Last night I finished the semi-gloss clear coat, and unfortunately I woke up and a little critter or something totally bumped that. So that's unfortunate, but I don't believe it's worth it to go all over and do it again, just because it's going to get scuffed anyways. This bumper, I found out, was when Genrite was still doing their tire down carriers, so their tire swing down carriers. So currently they're only offering their tire swing out carriers, but this bumper came from a time when they were doing their tire swing down carriers. None are for sale. They're not selling them anymore. I'm gonna reach out to someone and you know, kind of see their thoughts and whatnot. But you can kind of see that was the belts for that there. Obviously the D-ring. Those welds are just beautiful. But yeah, I was pretty bummed about that little scuff, because this was my first time ever, you know, sanding, painting, steel, and it worked great, and I was really happy and proud of myself, and then that happened. But it is what it is. I'm not too mad about it. I'm just really excited to get these on. I'm waiting to put the front bumper on until I get the frame pulled and straightened. Otherwise, I won't really get a full feel of what it looks like. It's going to be really rewarding to have these on. While I'm waiting, I can also share that I have installed carpet. You know, it's not fully installed yet, just because I'm going to do some Velcro to, you know, fit it all back. It actually does pull back further, so we'll cover the insulation. And I also have to finish the insulation, so got that done. I'm going to do the inner wheel wells, and then the floorboards of the driver's side and the passenger side. This is the insulation I'm using, Siles, and it comes already in, I cut this one myself, but it comes in pre-cut strips like that, which makes it insanely easy to, you know, install. While I'm here, by the way, I do have some new Off Kamber TJ stickers. I made these before, you know, I found the bumpers off the Facebook Marketplace and decided to change up the look, so they are more nostalgic than true to its current form. But I got white backing, and I also have clear backing here, you can see. So hit me up if you guys want one. I can send one out for free. DM me on my Instagram if you do have one. It's Off Kamber TJ. So hit me up on there, and I'll be more than happy to send you guys a sticker. Alright, I just removed the license plate. Now I'm going to remove these 4 bolts here, and that's like a 10mm socket here. Alright, that has now been removed. I can, you know, do some work cleaning that up and whatnot. It's getting a little dark now, but you can see that I have painted it, and I did the clear coat as well. It looks pretty good. I like it. It sucks doing it outside. Right under a tree though, this is kind of all I have. Real stuff will fall in it. Can't do it in the garage, can't really do it in the driveway, got 2 cars there. Really quick, just take a look at that sky. Look at how beautiful it is. See it over there too. How cool is that? Alright, so just another look. This is it all painted. Pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Look at my sweet girls. Alright. They're pretty girls. You're such a pretty girl, Onyx. Really? Yeah, so I was able to install the Generite rear bumper plate, and it wasn't too bad. And I like the look a lot, and I think it looks really clean, and I think with the new gas tank, raising it up 1 inch, and it'll look really good. So I'm very excited for that. I'm also gonna consider doing a exhaust tailpipe chop because it sticks out a little far for my liking past the bumper plate there. So I know that it produces carbon monoxide. You don't want it near the cab or anything. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna chop here. Once I get the gas tank in, I'm gonna take a look and see how it looks, but until then, I'm gonna wait to do a chop, and I think if I do a chop, it'll be right here and still at a curvature so that it can angle the fumes downwards. But that's my plan for that as well, to increase some clearance and make it look clean. How it currently looks. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna go back in with one more thing of black, then clear, and we should be all good to go. Alrighty folks, here it is all finished up. The Motobilt spare tire delete license plate relocation bracket. I think it looks really good. It's really clean. I'm really happy with it. Let me know your thoughts. I also put on one of my new Off Kamber TJ stickers right here. Alrighty folks, the install is done, and I want to say thank you to everyone who watched, and hopefully it was a little informational, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm excited to pick the YouTube channel back up again. I have a lot of projects going on, and a lot of really exciting things coming up. So stay tuned for that, and see you guys on the next one.